Before we get into this M. Night Shyamalan film that's out right now in the theater, please do us a favor. Hit that subscribe button right down at the bottom, all right? I saw this trailer and I was like, that looks kind of interesting. When M. Night showed up, I was like,
yeah, exactly. Yeah, I was like, oh, that's an interesting concept. But M. Night Shyamalan, no.
That's exactly what I said. But surprisingly, I thought that this was a good film, a straightforward film. And if you're thinking you're going to this film that, we're going to have all type of twisty turnies. No.
What a twist.
It's like the other writers that he had that helped him write this. They were like, hold up, M. Night.
And I think the fact that it's based on a novel also helps kind of rein things in.
This basically follows a family that is taking a vacation in a cabin. A little girl by the name of Wen and her fathers, a gay couple by the name of Andrew and Eric. And Wen is outside catching grasshoppers, and all of a sudden she sees this tall, big old man comes up to her and just start having a conversation.
But it's a very friendly conversation. It's
very
not
friendly.
Even though you kind of expect this to be hostile, because Leonard has tattoos and he is just massive, and you're like, okay, I think this guy's like a child molester or something. When run. 3
other people show up. She runs inside the house and she gets her dad. It's a weird situation. They break in.
Yep, eventually they break in and they explain that they're here to save the world. And the only way they can do it, the only way the world can be saved, is if somebody in that house kills someone else. The world's coming to an end like today, and y'all need to make a decision. Someone here must die.
We're not choosing anyone. We're not sacrificing anyone. Not now, not ever.
Even if it means the death of everyone else in the world.
Yes.
And this is where I had my first problem with the film. While the main characters found it absurd, I feel like the audience was with the villains immediately.
The 4 people is the 4 horsemen. You got Malice, Nurturer, Teacher, and what's the other one? The Food?
Yeah. It was like some kind of comfort thing. But the thing is, none of those, I was kind of confused about that, because none of those guys are the 4 horsemen. The horsemen are it's like plague or sickness is one of them. Death is one of the 4 horsemen. So I was kind of, so are they like reverse 4 horsemen?
Yeah.
I was kind of confused on that. The way the movie frames it is that the reason why the whole world depends on these 3 people is because their love is just somehow more pure, like so pure somehow.
They ask them a question, are you willing to sacrifice? They say no, and one of the 4 have to kill them. They have to be killed. Yeah, it's pretty gruesome. Okay.
They turn on the TV to prove that what they're saying is true. And they see the tidal waves and all that stuff. They said that was pre-recorded, that happened earlier. So how do we know any of this correlates to what you're saying?
But do you think that is the writers, well, all 3 of them, giving you doubt?
You're totally right. That is like a small bit of doubt they tried to sew in. But I don't know about you, but did you believe that as doubt? Like, I mean, we were so early in the film. There was one piece of doubt that I did like, and that was with Harry Potter dude, right? When they recognized him, and they're like, "That's the bigot that hurt me in that bar." Like, this home invasion is just about hate, you know? And I was like, oh, okay, here we go, it's cooking. Immediate flashback. Boop. I'm like, oh, okay, let me just have
it. But you can barely see his face.
Still, let me have it for a second. Let me hold on to the doubt for a second. I liked the movie, but the movie was too neat, I think. It was too neat. It even ended with like a little bow on the end, right? The movie like makes sure that you know that not only was it okay that they killed someone in the cabin, they even have a flash forward to let you know that everything's all right. The kid grows up perfectly fine. Everyone's happy. It's totally fine. There was a conversation that they missed, I feel like, that The Last of Us has all the time. And it's what's the difference between the end of the world and the end of your world?
Your world.
Right?
Oh, say that one more time for the people in the back. Hey.
The idea of the end of the world and the end of your world feels much more profound in The Last of Us, because while killing Ellie would have saved the world, it would have ended Joel's world, right? So you understand why he did what he did at the end of the game, right? You get it. Maybe you don't agree, but you understand, right? The game lets you hurt, right? It allows you to hurt, where this movie would not ever let you hurt, right? It was like, it's okay, don't worry, it's okay. Yeah. These two people love each other a lot, but he wanted to die. He volunteered for it, so it's all good. Like, I think there's an opportunity that was missed. Let me participate in the film. Let me doubt. Let me guess what our characters are gonna do next. Let me think about what I would do in this situation.
Yeah, and apparently the book is a little bit different from the ending in the film.
I did like this movie a lot. I thought this was one of the M. Night's better movies. Also, Tyrone, the girl who played Gwen, I thought she was incredible. I was like, this is
first film.
This is like the greatest child actor I've ever seen. Like,
It's her first film, dude. She did an amazing job.
She did great. M. Night is really good at directing children. She was the standout here, which is surprising because Dave Bautista also rocked it.
And I believe, and I'm putting this on the map for anybody that wants to get in the comments and argue with me. Dave Bautista is the best WWE wrestler turned actor. Period. John Cena, no. The Rock, no.
Yeah, why would anybody argue with you? There's no one there. So of course.
Batista has so much depth, man.
He's not afraid to get, soulful or
Emotional.
Yeah, or even funny. So I think Dave Bautista is a really good actor. But back to this movie, I like some of the conversations they were trying to have, even though they weren't very tactful with it. I like some of the conversations they're trying to have about homosexuality and how it's not always accepted, and it wasn't subtle, but I still liked it. And I feel like I could tell both of our main actors were really like passionate about the story too. So I appreciated that.
The cinematography was pretty good in this film. It was a very beautiful film. It seems like M. Night played a little bit with lighting a lot in this film.
I don't know about you, but when I watched the movie, my seats were kind of close, so I have unusually close seats. The whole movie's extreme close-ups, and all you see is people's whole heads weren't even in the frame. I was like, wow, this is so close. And I kind of went back and forth on whether or not I liked it, because at some points I did, because especially when they're talking about deep stuff or personal things. I mean, it's literally you've got to kill your partner. That's pretty heavy stuff. For other times, I'm like, back up a little bit, M. Night. I think M. Night is a really good director, man. I think he's got a lot of command over that camera. I think he really tells a lot of great stories with it. But he does need to get out of his own way. I feel like this movie, he did step aside a touch. I think M. Night could get back on the rails and make good movies again.
You know what film I totally forgot he made? After Earth.
This mission has reached abort criteria.
Yes, that was bad. We're not going to talk about that. No,
you know what else? The Last Airbender.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's time for you to stop doing this.
These are the dark days of M. Night.
These are the dark days.
But hopefully we can get back to Unbreakable M. Night. That'd be fun. Or Sixth Sense M. Night. That'd be great. So
Signs?
hopefully, Signs okay. Signs is all right. But yeah, I feel like after Signs, it was just the car went right off the cliff,
I am extremely impressed with Dave Bautista.
Yep.
I went to this film saying that him is the reason why I'm going to see this film. Not really M. Night because of how, jerky he can be with his films, off and on.
I was here for M. Night. I wanted to see the train wreck, but it didn't happen.
Oh, damn. But it didn't happen.
No.
I knew it wasn't gonna happen because he had two other people writing the script. I'm just gonna go ahead and give this film a B-. I was brushing in between a C+ and a B-, but Dave Bautista and that little girl pushed it over to a B- for me.
That's exactly what I was gonna give it, Tyrone. B-. I liked our cast a lot. I liked that our two dads were gay in real life, and I feel like you could tell they brought an extra level, more passion to the topic because of that. Dave Bautista, I know he grew up with two mothers, so I know this topic also is very important to him. So I feel like they really nailed the cast. And that little girl, my gosh, what a future she has ahead of her. She was great. Also, because this movie is so small, it literally just takes place in a cabin. Right? It really does help to have a really electric cast. That being said, I wish M. Night would let me play. I think this was very safe. He was very safe, very careful. And look at the success of The Last of Us. That doubt makes you talk. It makes you debate, you know? And there's nothing to debate in this film because everything's tied up like so neat.
I feel that he did put doubt in this, but it just wasn't the right doubt or the right amount of doubt in this. Do you recommend this film?
I do. I think this is a good one. If you like M. Night Shyamalan, you'll probably like this one too. There's no crazy twists. It stays on the rails. And so for that, I think that's positive. I recommend this one.
I also recommend this film too. As you said, it is on the rails. It's a beautifully shot film, well acted film. I mean, everybody that played in this was great. You could feel the passion between each person in this film, even the home invaders, because they didn't want to die.
Right,
But more importantly, do you recommend this film? Please get in the comments and let us know if you saw this film and do you recommend Knock at the Cabin. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. Our subscriber count has been going up for real. So please hit that subscribe button right down there. All right? It really will help us out. Join the family. And if you did like this rating and review, please hit that thumbs up. Or you can hit the thumbs down. Whichever you choose, it is your opinion. Just remember one thing, it is mostly wrong. See you in another video. Peace.